Raquel. We have more Kitty.
For
And
now.
we're going to talk about Wednesday episodes 7 and 8. BK, Dan, and Max are MIA, so it's just got to be two of us, I guess.
Purr. I hope they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the government did not get them.
No, I think they're just, I don't know, tired or something like that. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, because I think Max wasn't feeling good for a bit there.
Yeah, Max wasn't feeling good.
Poor little Max.
BK Dad might be passed out.
Yeah, I know he's been needing to recover for a while, like, and get some extra sleep. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. That stuff, that what he went through, that'll kind of take it out of you for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been telling me he's been going to bed early. Okay.
Hopefully that helps.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see here. All right. We're going to talk about episode 7.
Heck yeah.
If you don't know me by now.
You will never, never, never woe me.
Hey, potato.
Meow, potato. Prepare.
Meow. All right. Let's see here. Now, the episode starts off, Wednesday in the graveyard. And she seems like, unbothered, I guess.
Well, no, she's not unbothered. She's got that stone-like look, like she doesn't want to look too emotional, but she's sizing up everybody. I think what she's doing. Can you go back to that face for a second?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Like what she's doing is she's analyzing the different people there, seeing who looks more broke up or less broken up. Maybe someone who doesn't look like they're grieving quite enough. Something that makes something that looks guilty. I think she's trying to size everybody up, trying to get an idea by their body language.
Right. Oh, let's go back. Yeah. I guess she's at a funeral.
Yeah.
There's the therapist.
Now, she's a peculiar one to boot. But...
Yeah. And there's Lucas. So somebody killed the mayor.
Yep.
Poor Lucas. He lost his dad.
Poor kid.
And then I think I try to there's Thornhill.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Tyler.
Never date Tylers.
Okay. And I guess she sees someone. Wednesday takes off.
Yeah. She sees
in the woods.
And it's weird. Nobody seemed to notice that she ran off into the woods.
Yeah.
Hey, where's Wednesday going? Nobody's doing that.
No.
And the person who pops up right there, her facial features look similar to his. It's weird. Like they actually could be related.
Yeah,
so I think they did a good casting on that.
Uncle Fester.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did a good job with the casting because they do look like they have some genetic similarities.
Yeah. And I guess they're catching up. Last time they saw each other.
Right. He's the fun uncle.
Yes, he's the fun uncle. And Wednesday is very happy to see him.
Oh, indeed. I think it's the only time we actually see her smile in the entire show.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, Wednesday Addams does not smile. Hey, yeah. Michelle. Meow, meow.
Hey, Michelle. How are you doing?
Purr. Meow.
So I got a video today of my kids that made my heart melt. Aww. So Uncle Fester's I guess, is in a sticky situation with the law, so he needs to lie low. And
And he's not very good at it, though. Like,
no. And Wednesday says Wednesday's gonna help her uncle.
oh, yeah, of course.
Of course. So my daughter Rose and her brother, I don't know how to say that name.
Magnet.
Magne. Thank
I
you,
think
Moira.
I think that's it because she said it's like magnet without the T.
Right, Magne. In the same crib for afternoon nap. Ah.
Oh, that is so cute.
She takes him to the beehive, and Uncle Fester's like, well, settling in. Sleeping bees do not disturb, and Uncle Fester reaches in there trying to eat one of the bees.
Yikes!
Like, why?
Because
Ew.
they've got to be a little weird. They've gotta.
Yeah, and Wednesday's like, don't touch them. Now
Oh,
this
that
is,
is so sweet, Michelle. Purr.
and then I try to sleep Big Sister from her little brother.
Separate you.
Try to separate Big Sister from her little brother, but she wouldn't let go of her little brother.
Aw.
She's already protective and loves her baby brother. Ah, cutie.
That is good. Her.
Now this is interesting. So Uncle Fester knows there's something going on at Evermore Academy, and Wednesday is just I guess describing the monster, and Uncle Fester says that monster is a hide. Now, what's a hide? We don't really actually know just yet, but we know it's. We know it's dangerously savage.
Well, yeah. They probably get the name for the creature from the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. So I think that tells the audience like a little hint of like it obviously does go from human to whatever the fuck.
Whatever that monster is, yes. And Uncle Fester's like telling her, appreciate this for helping me and so. And Wednesday's telling Uncle Fester to stay low. No,
Don't bring attention to yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he can't help himself. Shit. I mean, did you see that vehicle he was in? It looks like a fucking Dalmatian.
Yeah,
that's not going to blend in. And he's still from a dog cleaning.
So we get to there. Don't go skip ahead too much.
I thought it already showed it.
No.
I thought it did because after they talked in the woods, I thought they hopped in the vehicle and went off to check this place.
Well, hold on a minute. I don't think so.
Huh.
No.
My bad on that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Don't take the water bottle.
So he is going to the beehive again, and she comes back and says, "Leave the bees alone." So I guess she's still finishing her novel story.
Hi, Die by the Sword. Oh, Michelle. If you're worried about having them in separate or, separate cribs or whatever, maybe they could be in separate cribs, but maybe you can push the cribs together so they're really close to each other and see how that works out. So that way they're not far apart, but they still have their own spots. I guess that we could test that out and see how it works.
Hey, Die by the Sword.
Hugs to you.
So she's, I guess, still finishing her novel. And she brings out the music box.
Yep.
That Laurel Gates used to have. And there's where she found those pictures of herself. So someone's keeping an eye on her.
Yep.
So Enid comes back in the room, said she forgot some stuff, and Wednesday's like you've been coming in and out a couple of times saying you forgot stuff.
And I'd be like, and? Can't
Mm-hmm.
believe that. I'm really bad about it. I walk into a room, forgot what I was supposed to get, forget half the stuff I'm supposed to get. But yeah, it's just another thing to make the audience go, wait, is it this person? Is it this person? Is it that person? And they did really good. They messed me up.
They did really good, yes. I forgot to mention when Wednesday was with her uncle in the beehive, Uncle Fester reveals there's a diary hidden in the secret library that catalogs all different kind of monsters there are.
Yeah. I
So
forgot that part.
yeah. So she hasn't gone to the secret society head in the library yet because because her and Enid are I guess in this scene trying to touch things up with each other.
Patch them up.
Patch them up. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Enid is trying to patch things up with Wednesday, and I guess Wednesday is not having it, and Enid just takes off in a huff.
Poor little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to be honest, like, hey, Joker voice, how are you doing, sugar?
Hello, Joker voice. Hi, hail chat. Just stopping by to say hello. Gotta upload a video myself. Awesome.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
We will try to remember to come by and check it out because my ADHD is ridiculous.
Yeah, when you upload the video, we'll stop by and watch it. Give it a like.
And I gotta admit, even though she's the star and more or less, I guess, the hero of the show, she is kind of an asshole to her friends. She is kind of she's sometimes a little unnecessarily cold toward them. Like, I understand they got to do that a little bit just so you can see them grow together over time. But there's times when she's a little more of an asshole than she really actually needs to be, and that is kind of off-putting a little.
So she's going down to the secret society, snapped her fingers twice to go down the secret society library, and she's looking for the book. And let's see. And there's Xavier.
Yep.
Now Wednesday is still suspicious with Xavier. She thinks that he's the Hyde monster.
Well, she thinks it's definitely a possibility. And at this point, it's a game.
Oh, don't worry. It's going to drop at 6 a.m. PST. It'll be in the group chat. LOL, my post-mortem of Willow. I haven't really seen that movie, and I haven't seen the sequel to it either, to be honest.
I'm confused by that. Post-mortem is after death. I'm very confused by that statement. No.
So, she's still suspecting that Xavier somehow still could be the monster or somehow tied with the monster or something like that.
She's got her hackles up. She ain't trusting nobody right now. She's
no.
feeling
she has her guard up right now.
And rightly so, because,
And, she's confronting him about it. And Xavier's hurt by this because he feels he's being accused.
Well, I don't necessarily blame him on that either.
They're talking about, I guess he's telling from his events of how even after that, he remembers Wednesday and Tyler going into the woods. Let's see. Going into the woods. Sees the hide monster killing. Oh, what's his name?
Eugene? Oh, not Eugene.
No.
I forgot. Hi, Brett. How are you? And yes, we're going to be talking about the last 2 episodes.
Yes, last 2 episodes and one short of the final.
He's trying to say finale.
Finale. Yes,
But
the
really,
last
I think
2
voice text
episodes.
is not accepting finale.
Oh, what's his name?
I feel bad because I somewhat forgot as well. Little psycho.
Ronan. Yes, Ronan.
Yeah.
Ronan.
Yeah, I was kind of lost on that one too. I'm like, fuck, I don't remember.
Ronan, yes, Ronan. And there's when Wednesday is trying to show some footprints of the monster, all she found was human footprints.
Well, no, she's found like hide footprints, and then it turned human.
Mm-hmm.
And so she went to go show him the progression, but they washed away at that point.
Yeah. Again, he feels like really hurt, like he's recused because he likes Wednesday.
Right. Despite his better judgment.
Right.
She is a little bit of an asshole.
And Bianca did warn him don't get too close to Wednesday. She's the stuff of nightmares.
Well, I mean, she wants to be with him, so I mean, it's not a big surprise that she would say that, though.
Right. And I guess when Xavier takes off, and she, I guess, just pondering what just happened.
Right.
And I guess Uncle Fester was waiting somehow hidden in the library.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how he can do that.
Yeah.
Got pops up out of nowhere.
And apparently he has powers of electricity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's the thing. And Uncle Fester knows where the book of all the monsters have been cataloged. And he's showing where they're kept.
I must say I like this version of Fester better than the Christopher Lloyd one, because that Christopher Lloyd version, he always seemed kind of weak-minded and kind of pathetic, and timid. Where this one seems a little more strong-minded and fun.
And more bold, yes.
Yeah.
So I guess there's something kind of going on with him and the thing. I guess they were doing some kind of thing, like some kind of robbery together, and I guess it didn't go well. And him and the thing are having a scuffle. And Wednesday's knock it off. So Uncle Fester reveals to Wednesday where the book of all the monsters, all the catalog of monsters are, and they're hidden behind
or some relative of Cousin It.
Yeah, some relative of Cousin It, which we haven't seen in this TV series.
I think that's why they put the painting up, just so they can kind of have the character in here a little
right.
bit.
So the thing is trying to crack open the safe. And Uncle Fester's is this the time I
guess do a better job this time than you did that one time when we were on that job. And
yeah.
I don't think he gave him the finger, but I think he just about did.
Yeah.
He was like, really?
So the thing successfully opens the safe. Once he gets the book, and if we can see it, no, she doesn't show the book, but she gets the book. She goes back to her dorm room with Uncle Fester, and she's flipping through the book and sees the picture of the hide. So the hide creatures, the Ur monster, and something has to happen, or something mostly happened to trigger that transformation.
Like a lot of like serious amounts of emotion or something.
Yeah.
And mess with the person's head.
Right. And apparently, they do have a master. So whatever the master commands this hide to do, the hide does it. It's like some kind of like weird hypnosis or something.
Kinda, yeah. It's kind of like some fucked up version of Stockholm syndrome, or
Right.
whatever it is, where like someone's like mistreated and they feel like a weird bond with the person. It kind of does that.
So yeah, that's her monster right there. Yeah, and, like
Was that Pumpkin?
Yes, that it was
Goodness
Pumpkin.
gracious, Pumpkin! I'm not used to hearing her so loud.
Yeah, she does that when she wants to get my attention.
It's so cute. Aw, cute little
I
Pumpkin.
know, sweetheart. She just wants my attention.
Sweet little Pumpkin.
Kitty.
Aww.
It's
Beautiful
Pumpkin.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
What?
Look at that cute little kitty. It's a
Kitty.
Oh, beautiful little thing. We love you, Pumpkin. So cute.
Yeah, she just wants my attention
her off.
right now. I know, sweetheart. I'm busy right now. Yeah, so the book reveals that the hide has the master. So there's two villains here, not just one.
Uh-huh.
The picture of the hide top left looked like me coming out of chemo at 220 pounds.
Goodness.
Oh, yeah. Kitties. What's her name? Her name is Pumpkin?
She was found in the pumpkin patch and was destined for Raquel.
Hence the name I gave her. I know, sweetheart. I know. She's trying to like get my attention right now.
Aw, so cute.
It's like, are we gonna go to bed and cuddle? Not right now. And this is what she wants. She wants to cuddle right now.
Oh, Bob gets like that too. She'll start like meow around my feet if I don't come into the room and like sit down with her when she's ready to lay down. So cute.
So very cute. But anyway, like yeah, so there's two perpetrators in this story right now. So Wednesday is wondering, okay, who's the master who's commanding this high creature, and also who is the high creature? There's still like doubts, and Wednesday figuring things out. And then Miss Thornhill comes in. Uncle Fester again hides. Oh yeah, the book reveals that the hide always must have a master, which is interesting. For a creature that strong, you wouldn't think would have a master. So Thornhill comes in. I guess to check up on Wednesday, see how she's doing, with Enid sharing dorm rooms with her. And Miss Thornhill reveals that Enid is going to dorm with her other friend, and I guess is checking to see Wednesday is okay and stuff like that. Like, are you okay? You're gonna be alone. If like Wednesday's like, not really bothered by it. And Thornhill's like, I guess, shaking her head in disappointment, and she just takes off.
Right.
And then when she's figuring out where did Uncle Fester go?
Yeah, he kind of disappears as quick as he shows up.
Yeah, a little stuffed animal falls on the ground.
In the world they got caught in that robbery.
So she looks into the stuffed animal pile, and there's Uncle Fester.
And somehow he managed to do that without disrupting the stuffed animals. That's impressive.
It is. How did he do that? Okay. So we see Xavier heading somewhere.
I really want that striped jacket. I do.
And talking to someone on the cell phone. And it sounds like he's supposed to meet with someone. Xavier meets Xavier, tries to talk to him, but he's not having it, and he takes off. Said he has to go somewhere. Wednesday, Uncle Fester are keeping an eye on Xavier, see where he's going. And Wednesday wants to follow Xavier, see what he's up to. And I guess either Wednesday or Uncle Fester put a tracker on him.
Yep. I think it was him, but I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Might be a power by name thing. Knowing the high names give you power over it, that's my guess.
That's a pretty good guess. It's better than anything I came up with, which was pretty much nothing. So that's pretty good. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, yes. And so they're going to follow him in this motorcycle, and the passenger car.
Hugs, Murder Hornet.
Hey, Murder Hornet, how are you doing?
Yeah.
So they're going to follow Xavier in this motorcycle passenger thing. Look at this. You got the yellow air horn right here. And Wednesday's
yeah. Wait, where's the air horn?
Right here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the chrome thing further down. I thought that was another headlight type thing. That's why I was like...
Well, those are headlights right there.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and so I didn't catch what you had meant at first, because I just didn't see it.
And there's another headlight on the motorcycle. But Wednesday's I thought you were supposed to be inconspicuous. This is not stating in plain sight.
Out of plain sight, yeah. I think it's funny.
Yeah, I believe. What did the motorcycle said? Oh, come on. Let's see. We can get it. Yeah, I can't get it. But it's something to do with puppies and dogs.
Yeah, it's like a groomer, like a pet grooming spa type thing for pets.
Mm-hmm. And look at the helmets with little dog ears on them.
Oh, I know.
And Uncle Fester's let's go. And then take off. It definitely gives off the Batman 60s vibes, doesn't it?
It does a little bit. That is funny. And I mean, how they think they're not going to be seen or noticed?
We're on the case, Batman and his trustees Robin. I have to say, I love the goggles though. So they're following Xavier in the motorcycle, and she brings up what's the word for it? Spyglass.
Oh, okay.
And she's sees Xavier. Oh, okay. Knowing the true name is redormant, part of the ancient lore.
Predominant.
Predominant, sorry. Given this is a show, I took random guesses on the more occult working of how and why.
That's good because I'm not good with lore.
Not. I have to. Same here, really. So Xavier seems like seems like he's meeting someone. He's like acting nervous.
Right? And I gotta admit, it is a little weird. I mean,
Maybe because he knows Wednesday's watching him.
I don't think he knows Wednesday's watching, but I think he.
What he has, like he knows
It's
before.
very
Like he
weird
knows.
for a therapist to meet with a young underage patient or whatever outside of the office. It's kind of odd.
Well, he knows him from past events. She's been watching him at his secret art
Right.
studio. Maybe that's why he's like nervous and looking over his shoulder because he
That's
might.
possible.
Because he might. He's like thinking like she might be watching me. Like, I mean, he's right. She is watching.
Right.
And there's like someone in the car, and it's the therapist. And she takes off with her. Unfortunately, you don't know what Xavier's going to talk about with the therapist, but he looks rather concerned. So we go to Nevermore Academy. Wednesday burst into Principal Weem's office.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da, da.
And then suddenly, surprise!
Suddenly, surprise! It's the therapist.
I'd be like,
I don't know, there's something about the therapist a little bit off. It's like she's like.
I think the other episode showed that she's the one that makes the dead rat taxidermy and shit. I think you gotta be a little bit weird to pick up roadkill and stuff it. And
right, but she seems
menacing.
No, rather nosy.
Oh well, yeah, they are that way sometimes.
What I mean nosy, she's like, I don't know what's the word for it is. It's just like she's at the right place at the right time, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is peculiar.
It is.
Wednesday wants to reveal what's what's going on, but the therapist is there, so she's hesitant to say anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust her either.
Yeah. No, remind me of the scene. I'm forgetting a little bit.
I gotta admit, I actually get a little. Yeah, it doesn't last very long because, she realizes the therapist's there and she's kind of there to talk about the therapist, so she can't really say much. So she's like, nothing. I'm
nothing.
Good. Yeah,
nothing. I'm good.
And she tries to leave.
Never mind.
And they both look quite suspicious. Everybody looks suspicious after a while.
Yeah.
They did that to us on purpose.
So she takes off. She meets Uncle Fester at the restaurant diner.
Yeah. The weather thing.
And Uncle Fester's like, what's this?
Yeah, he's just weird with the
and just downs the bottle of ketchup like that. Well, I don't think I could do that. But yeah, he takes it. He sounds down.
He's got a weird look on his face right there.
Yeah, I guess Uncle Fester is like, trying to keep low key because when Tyler comes over, he's not there. Oh, actually, he is. Never mind.
Yeah, he disappears quickly after because I think somebody comes in, he's just gone.
Right,
Like I think the sheriff comes in. I think
right. Like,
he's looking like, you just really empty this ketchup, really?
yeah, like he's asking Tyler to get more ketchup. Like Tyler's like, did you just down this whole thing?
Poor guy. Like in a town where every person is just as weird as the next.
And like Tyler's like looking at Wednesday like your uncle is strange.
Right. I mean, really, it's the audacity for me, but yeah.
So Wednesday's like has the monster book saying she's looking who is the high creature. Uh, and stuff like that. And here comes the sheriff.
Yeah.
Like, like
And then
I
I look
thought,
back and like,
like he's like, I thought I told you to stay away from my son, and his son's like, no, 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 I was the one, who approached her, and his dad like gives this flyer and says,
yeah, they're looking for that robbery suspect.
it's robbery suspect, and there's a poster of a picture of our Uncle Fester getting caught on camera. Like,
Yeah.
oh dear. Like, oh dear. So that's why Uncle Fester is trying to stay at low key.
Yep.
Right. But you don't see Uncle Fester in the background anymore. He disappeared.
Yep. At one point, I think when the boy was talking to his dad, he looks back and that spot is empty, and he doesn't say anything. He tries to keep a straight face, but it's like, oh shit.
What is it, sweetheart? I know. I know. We'll cuddle later. So we go back to the dorm room. And like, oh yeah, what Enid said, like, one of her things she earlier, she came back to look for something. She was looking for her moonlight nail polish.
Oh, okay.
And just right now in the scene, she saw there's something on the floor, and it's Enid's moonlight nail polish she was looking for. There's the thing. Missing Wednesday, missing Enid. And Wednesday's like, nah. So I guess she goes back into the woods and meets Tyler. And so they're going into the Joseph Crackstone's crypt.
Yep.
Oh, welcome back, Michelle.
Her.
I just emailed YouTube videos of some of my friends back home in Ireland have formed a band covering songs of doing bagpipes. And here's the link for it. Thank you, Michelle.
Nice.
Never trusted a therapist because outside therapy, even if the first date with one meet, it's literally, I know everything, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
You guys, please listen to that cover song. Or I know the girls in the video. I grew up with them in Galway. Song called Galway? I guess so.
No, it's a song called, yeah, he's thinking it's a song called Galway, or guessing at it, and it's they did a cover of Don't Stop Believing by Journey, which
On
is really hard to
bagpipes.
picture with bagpipe. Like, that should be interesting.
I know the girls who do it in the cover I grew up with them in Ireland.
Nice.
Link Michelle, the side shake, that bagpipe is a fave. Yeah, they're rather loud, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to put a lot of air into them to make them work. So, I personally
Right.
would die. I would try to inflate the thing and die. My lungs could not. And seeing
Right.
people who can walk and maintain that, oh shit.
So Wednesday and Tyler go inside the Joseph Crackstone crypt, and Tyler gives her a
That's like
flower,
a tentacle.
and she looks inside. It's all lights and stuff.
He knows how
And
to
hey,
woo a girl, apparently.
and look, it's like there's it's all decorative.
Yeah, a picnic in a crypt.
And
He knows how to woo.
Wednesday's like, what the heck is going on?
I think she's impressed. She's like low key impressed.
Maybe. And I get like that's a really nice projector. And like
Yeah,
and let's see. Let me go back here. Yeah, the screen's like some kind of sheet, like a bed sheet or something like that.
yeah.
Which is pretty ingenious.
Oh, absolutely.
So they're hanging out like and watching a movie, which apparently is Legally Blonde, starting Reese Witherspoon.
Scary to her.
Bloody hell, Snake Charms bagpipe band, because I love them at the covers. Right on. It's like Wednesday is like, what's this? Now we see Uncle Fester in the forest. No, actually, the cops. I thought that was Uncle Fester. Never mind. So the cops found Uncle Fester's motorbike. So there he knows.
He's out there running around somewhere.
Yeah. Back to the crypt, to the Joseph Crackstone crypt. I guess Wednesday and Tyler are still hanging out. And they get discovered.
And the romance is ruined.
Yeah, the romance is ruined with his dad barging in.
Yep, because there's nothing that kills the mood quite like your dad coming in and ruining your date with a girl with his gun pulled. Yep.
Right. Of course, that wouldn't phase Wednesday, though.
Only the awkwardness, I think.
Yeah, they're awkward. They got caught, and like the dad's like,
oh, he's like, son,
God. Yeah.
like, dude, he's trying to romance a girl. Come on.
Yeah. So Wednesday goes back to the dorm room, and she discovers her dorm room has been ransacked, vandalized.
Yep, shit is everywhere.
She's looking for the diary. The diary is stolen, and then we see Thing pinned to the wall with a knife or a dagger.
Brutal.
And like, holy crikey.
Yeah, I was really confused by the whole resuscitation method. I'm like, but how? Like,
she moves the knife. She runs where Uncle Fester is. Like, I need help. Things hurt. And he's like, not moving. His hand's like stabbed. Like, oh.
Yeah, that's rough. It's like, and it does befuddle me because it's like, how do they resuscitate that? Like, does that hand have a heart? And so, like, where is the person who used to be attached to that? Did they have a heart too? Like, it's weird.
Yeah, so like Uncle Fester's like trying to resuscitate the Thing with his electrical powers. Like he's like literally rubbing his hands together to get like a
little spark going.
Spark, yeah.
It's so weird though. It's like, how do you resuscitate a hand? Like, that is this. It's such an odd thing to like write into the story that I'm like, what?
And Wednesday, she's getting all emotional right here. Like,
Oh,
please,
that's fine.
please, like, please help the thing. Please come back, the thing. And Uncle Fester is doing his best, you know, trying to resuscitate the thing, and nothing happens. And Wednesday's getting all emotional and stuff like that. And then finally, when
Start moving.
the thing starts moving, and Wednesday is like relieved.
Poor little thing. That's got to be rough.
Mm-hmm.
Poor little thing's gonna need stitches and rest.
Mm-hmm. No, I can't
I wonder if you
remember.
give that thing a blood transfusion or not. Like,
I
it's one of those things that
yeah.
you wonder. Ouch.
Ooh, ooh, right through the hand too. Ooh,
Right? It's gonna have some more stitches.
yeah.
Oof.
So I guess so. And like they're
And that looks way realistic. Holy shit. Ah.
like like pinky promise together, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like holding hands, although he can't, completely do it because he's
Mm-hmm.
kind of roughed up.
Right. You're like, yikes. Like, she's relieved and emotional. Well, it's just like the first time ever we see like Wednesday this emotional though.
Well, yeah, it's like her little friend slash family member and just got like,
Mm-hmm.
like practically murdered.
And Uncle Fester's like, trying like, cheering her up and stuff like that. Now she goes to Principal Weems and Miss Thornhill's over there.
Oh yeah.
They're having a little powwow, and Wednesday's like, I guess, like revealing what she, like somewhat revealing what she knows so far. And I don't think Principal Weems is very convinced of it. And Principal Weems is giving her like an ultimatum or something like that. Wednesday takes off. Then Wednesday meets Bianca. They go downstairs in the secret society library. Meet Lucas, and Lucas gives her some kind of document about something doing with the Gates family. And I guess that's when in that document something something about reveals that Laura Gates might be possibly still alive.
Yep.
So we see the therapist. Wednesday goes to see her. Like, it's not our day for a therapy session Wednesday.
And sadly, I noticed that uh, Wednesday has a tendency to hurl accusations around like a little
Mm-hmm.
too much. It's like it's a bad look when she starts to like dang near accusing everybody. It gives the feeling that she doesn't know like fully what's going on like she thinks she does when she does that. I mean, I
I
understand kind of baiting them a little to see if they squirm. I mean, I get that, but she like,
I get yeah. I grew up with them. With things got hit. Thought Wednesday would John Wick on the fools. Yeah, I actually did give that impression a little bit. Michelle, that's awesome. By principle, I want to learn the bagpipes. Excuse me. My granddad would play them. I used to enjoy sitting on his lap and hear him play. I love Wednesday because she reminds me at that age. LOL. Brett, I will tell you when I was a little girl, I had a strange encounter with the supernatural.
Yikes.
Couldn't tell which battle. My great grandfather played the pipes before a invasion, which is Royal Canadian Navy and Air Force, so don't know when he had the chance. Okay.
Do you know what year that was? Because that would probably be a little bit. That would help give me a clue.
Hmm. So she brings out Lord Gates' music box and starts accusing the therapist, like you're Lord Gates and stuff like that, like trying to put her on the spot, saying that the flowers that she of the roses that she brought to Eugene's hospital were the same in in the
As as
in
they
the
were in
old
that
in the
mansion.
in the old Gates residence in Laura's bedroom.
Right. I could see that being suspicious. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. And the therapist like, I have no what you're talking about, and she's like, Wednesday, you need help.
Which is funny coming from a therapist saying that. That's pretty fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And Wednesday's still accusing her as being Laura Gates. And I think she was about to contact somebody. I don't know what. Oh yeah, she She said she needs to go to like a loony bin.
Right.
I guess it's about to contact the loony bin, but Wednesday wasn't really bothered by that threat and just you know took off. So I guess she was calling Principal Williams saying there is something wrong with Wednesday.
Yeah, the bitch is out of control, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. And she hears something.
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh,
The suspect is immediately eliminated off the list.
and then something like we see, if I can, like,
So something taller than. Whoa, there it is.
yeah, there it is. There's the hide. The hide comes in and attacks the therapist. And she's
Wow.
like, oh my God. Now we go to the Jericho General Hospital. There's Principal Weems and Wednesday. The doctor, there's the sheriff. And I guess the doctor, I guess the sheriff said that she's gone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Mrs.
she's like, crap, I just hurled accusations at that woman. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. Like, okay, she wasn't you know.
She's like, darn it, I'm wrong again.
When I was 5 years old, my family was still living in Ireland. My mother's father, my granddad, was dying of cancer. The night he passed from cancer, I encountered her with the banshee. She was in my bedroom. I remember her kissing my forehead, singing me back to sleep.
Which is weird because I thought banshees were supposed to wail and cry to indicate death was coming. That's
The
kind of
next
wild.
morning, I told my mom what I saw, and she told me her father, my granddad, passed away from cancer. When I told my mom about the spirit, she told me I had an encounter with the banshee. Right. Usually, like banshee, if you hear a banshee scream, that's foretells death. Michelle have to ask: was a loud song or a long scream?
I don't know. Maybe banshees are a little more. Oh, okay.
Now we go to the secret art studio where Xavier is. There's Wednesday. You see all these drawings of the Hyde.
Yep.
Again, like Wednesday is still accusing of Xavier as the creature.
Yeah, it's terrible. She's just going around accusing everybody, just hurling accusations at folks. Though there's
Yep.
a part that comes up in this, and I find it freaking weird. Like, yeah,
And Xavier's like still like
yeah, he's getting tired of her
taken
shit.
back and hurt, and she like reveals the knife of that was used to impale the thing, and accused that it was his.
Right.
And Wednesday's like still like
Yeah.
accusing him. He has to do something with the monster murders, and she reveals there's this painting of Dr. Kimbot. So I guess the painting that Xavier did of Dr. Kimbot, I guess he was trying to warn her when he was meeting her in the forest.
Yeah, it's possible.
Couple scenes back.
I didn't think about that. I thought he just needed a therapist. I didn't know he was actually maybe warning her about it. I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Well, because due to his ability,
that makes sense.
It does make sense. Yes.
I just totally missed that possibility. But it does look. I must admit, it does not look good for him to be like having pictures of like the person getting killed by the thing. Like it doesn't help.
Right.
Definitely not.
And she brings out this stuff like, why do you have this? Why do you like have this? Like, this all points like to you and stuff.
And why on earth does she know exactly where it was?
Right. And it's like, whoa. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you still accusing me of this stuff? I have nothing to do with this. And then the cops come out and arrest.
And as they're arresting him, he says something very odd, and I don't understand it. And it threw me off completely. He goes, "I should never have saved you in the woods." What the fuck did he mean by that? Because when she was in the woods, it was the Hyde.
Well, remember, like he was like when he confronted Xavier in the library, he was telling the events that he remembered that night at the carnival or the festival. Like he saw her go into the woods. He saw her this creature attacking her. So, I guess Xavier was about to save her in that moment.
Well, because I was thinking about when Ronan was, being an asshole to her, and the Hyde got Ronan, and so that's what sounds confusing because that's like she got saved by the Hyde at that point, and that's why it sounded so confusing for him to go, "I should never have saved you in the woods," and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah. So at that moment, like she's getting attacked by Ronan, and the creature comes in and kills Ronan. He's saying like he saw all of that and was about to intervene.
But yeah, about to isn't actually doing though, and that's what I find odd. So him saying, "I should never have saved you in the woods," I'm like, but the Hyde saved her, and so that's why I was like, is he saying that he's the Hyde? Like that was so weird.
Right.
And of course, the boy's rightly pissed off because it does seem suspicious that she knew where the trinkets were.
Right.
It's like, how would you know that was in there? That's weird.
Mm-hmm. It was a loud song. Banshee technically can sing or screech for the victims.
I had never heard the singing part. I always heard that it was supposed to be the wailing or something. Of course, my experience with banshees is pretty much like Darby O'Gill and Little People. So, like, not a lot.
Right. Ever since that night when I was 5 years old, I asked myself, why me? Why did the banshee why did the banshee come to me? Why did she allow me to see her?
It seems to be a thing where younger children are able to see stuff that adults can't because their brains are just kind of different.
Right. You got a friend there, Michelle. If it sings, it's more of a protector than a curse bearing. Singing aloud will bring it closer to you. Brett, but why did she come to my bedroom the night my grandfather passed from cancer?
As
Was
comfort,
she
probably.
was she trying to protect me, Brett?
She probably trying to
Banshee
let you know it'll be all right.
Banshees are two coin flips friends, giving a heads up vs giving you pure terror along with death scream. Hmm. I don't know. Like, I guess she just didn't see you as a threat, I guess. So Xavier gets arrested by the cops, and he's like just
She's just giving him a cold ass stare.
yeah, and he's like just in disbelief right now. She goes back to her dorm room. There's Enid packing with her, has her things.
Because she just cannot deal with Wednesday shit no more for right now.
No, she's coming back.
Oh, okay.
She's coming back to stay in dorm with Wednesday because you know
Oh yeah, the people she was rooming with, I think, were getting a little hard to live with.
yeah. And like trying to make up and stuff like that, saying that she's gonna be there for Wednesday because she knows right now she needs her. So
Yeah,
I guess
she's kind of the friend that Wednesday doesn't deserve. I'm gonna be honest, because Wednesday's been a little bit of a cunt to her. There's only a couple of times where she was nice, like when she was gonna go on that date, and it's like if he breaks your heart, I'll cut out his or something like that, which is like the most like supportive thing she's really said to her the girl in the whole show.
So she goes back to the Wednesday goes to the restaurant diner. She sees Tyler.
Dun dun dun.
And Tyler has likes her, has feelings for her. And once he's unsure, you know they kiss, and then she has a vision.
Yep. And oh boy, what a thing to see.
Oh yeah.
Because
There's
I'd
blood.
shit. If I kissed somebody and I saw that, I would shit.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, what the hell?
I'd be like,
Like,
you know what? I'm just gonna go back to not dating. Like, fuck that.
there's blood on the floor. There's
Necklace pendant hitting the floor.
yes. And
But just
that's
to cringe
him.
it. I
And
mean, he
that's
wasn't
him
cringe it, she
turning
knows
into the
that.
hide. And it's like Wednesday's like
Da, da, da.
that's him turning into the going back into his human form. And she's like, oh
Oh shit.
my, oh dang,
She's like, oh, I fucked up.
oh yeah.
And he's like, what is it, honey? You know,
Like,
all like,
are you
da.
okay? And she's like,
She's
holy,
like, how do I? She's
holy
like, how do
Christ,
I get out of here
holy.
really fast without him getting me?
It's like I gotta get out of here. And she's like,
Holy
she,
crap, I was so wrong.
she's like, I need to get out of here. Like, I need to get away. She's like, holy crap, like he's the guy, he's the hide monster. And she takes off.
Yeah, it's like, boy, you fucked up, girl. Oh shit.
Like, dang.
Great.
So the
Now it's gonna be
lover
like,
boy,
hey, she's gonna have
the
to try
lover
to go
boy,
convince the sheriff that his son is the bad guy. Well, that should be great.
right? So the lover boy is the hide after all, huh?
Dun da da.
Da da da.
Never trust the barista. Oh, barista is a girl. It was a boy one. Baristo. Barista. Baristo. Because usually something ends in an A. It's feminine, like barista, and whatever. It's like yeah. So like, is it the male is baristo? I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
Not protecting you. She wanted to lessen the blow, like giving a shoulder to cry on. Yes, I claimed your kin and your next energy.
That is a little odd, but okay. Wow.
All right. Next episode. This is the last episode of the series.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, we're gonna find out. Like, we already found out. Like, already that Tyler is the Hyde. So who's the master? So someone's commanding Tyler to do these things.
Oh, good gracious! The cat's climbing the screen. Hold on. I'm back. You go ahead then.
Okay. So next episode, episode 8, our murder of Woes. Now let me share the screen again. Do. All right. Yep. Episode 8, a murder of Woes. All right. We see. Is that Tyler? Yes, we see Tyler at Joseph Crackstone's crypt, and Wednesday approaches him. Now she is like a bit freaked out and taken back that he's like secretly the Hyde monster. She's being very cautious of him right now. Like questioning like Tyler. Do. I'm gonna wait till Wire gets back in a minute. If she was evil, Michelle, then she killed and lined you up next. Friendly-ish. Spirits let you know and give you a hug. So the death, the moment you learn, it is less painful if you get that. So I guess the Banshee wasn't really there to cause harm. That's where I'm what I'm hearing. Back?
Yes, sorry.
All right. So Wednesday's like, confronting Tyler.
Yep. She's playing back the stuff in her head.
Confronting him and stuff like that. Like, accusing accusing me as the Hyde monster. And she got our classmates,
which is awesome,
to surround Tyler and,
confront him, yeah.
confront him and, I guess, capture him, I guess. And Bianca in the scene uses her siren powers to subdue Tyler.
Yep.
He wakes up, he's in the chair in chains, and he sees these drawings of the hide. Then he sees Wednesday and the rest of her classmates.
And I'm really surprised they kind of had issue with this because I don't know what they thought was going to happen.
Right. Like, Wednesday reveals that his mother, who was was in her mother's fencing class.
Yep,
and reveals that she was a hide.
Which makes me wonder why in the world she didn't just check these kind of files in the first place. Like,
maybe they were hidden.
A shit ton of trouble.
Maybe they were I guess that was maybe they were hidden from her. Maybe the mayor had those files in secret.
But didn't the mayor's son hand her the files like in the last episode?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Those are the files.
But the mayor able to figure out who his mother was quicker. It's like, so that's really her fault. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Look, and he's like, Tyler's like, what are you doing?
It's totally not me, you guys.
Yeah. It was like, not me, and stuff like that. Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, stuff like that. Let's skip the intro here. We see the sheriff in his home, in the kitchen.
And instead of trying to, get wild, I wonder if there's some
way she's about to torture him.
And the students freak out, they can't handle it.
To get it to I guess, bring out his hide.
Yeah. Put him through extreme stress.
Yeah. And her classmates are like, we're not okay with this.
We didn't sign up for torture.
Yeah, we didn't sign up for this.
I wonder if this problem right here could have been avoided if maybe the siren could have hypnotized him sort of into revealing his true self.
Mm-hmm.
And if she was able to bring it out, I wonder if that made her in charge instead of the other person. Yes, that would be a weird thought, but maybe that's an angle they should have tried with.
Yeah, and he's like, why are you doing this to me and stuff like that. And she's about to electrify him. So the sheriff's in his home, I guess, pondering. The classmates go to Principal Weems, it's
getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand. And I guess she contacts the sheriff, we have a problem here.
Yikes.
So Wednesday's about to torture poor Tyler.
And it's weird that somehow the students made it all the way back to the school, told the principal called the sheriff, and all that before she actually manages to torture him.
Maybe the classmates ran back to the academy, I guess?
Well, yeah, but then went upstairs, got a hold of Weems. Weems got a hold of the sheriff. The sheriff somehow got there before she started torturing. That's at least 20, 30 minutes, I would say.
Right, and she's about to, put the hurt on him.
Oh, she may have already electrocuted him and then was going to go with the hammer. So
yeah. And the police barge in, the sheriff barge in, is saying, stay away from my son. Now we go to the sheriff's department. I guess Wednesday was arrested.
Yeah.
Detained. There's Principal Weems and the sheriff.
And Wednesday's looking like a dumbass because she spent the whole entire time accusing every single person, and it looks like it looks wrong every time she does it.
And it puts the Principal Weems in a tight spot.
She's like, girl.
There's Tyler. Wednesday's about to, I guess, go out, but Tyler wants to say something to her.
It's so creepy.
Yeah, like he approaches his dad, like, I just want to say something to Wednesday.
And he's like, whatever,
and,
fine.
And he's like, whatever, fine. He approaches her.
Like, the dad really should have stayed there so he could hear this. I feel frustrated that he didn't.
This scene right here, that's when we see
his
the
meanness.
True nature of Tyler.
Yeah, his actual meanness and his craziness.
Yeah, actually meanness and craziness.
It's like even bragging about it, really.
Yeah, he completely confesses to Wednesday that he is the monster.
He basically enjoyed hearing them scream for mercy and die or something. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he was a total freak about it.
Right.
Yeah, he looks like a little psycho right there.
Real psycho. And she's like,
yikes.
Yikes. You know. And he takes off.
And it's one of those things. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, he should have had a recording device on her. Fuck!
Yeah. She's like sitting there, like, okay.
Like, yeah, you definitely want a recording device in a moment like that. Because dang it.
Mm-hmm. No, if I understand correctly, Banshee gave that hard emotional heads before the actual real life hit somewhat. Heads up, yeah. Now she's at the Principal Weems' office.
Right.
I guess trying to convince the principal, like, Tyler's the cause of this or something like that. And she's like fed up with Wednesday's behavior.
I mean, I get that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And Principal Weems expels her from Nevermore Academy, saying she'll be picked up in the morning, be taken home. And Wednesday's like, no, I don't want to, like, she doesn't want to leave because she still wants to get the bottom of this mystery.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to leave the academy. But, Principal Weems is not really giving her any choice. So we see Xavier in jail in chains with shackles. And Wednesday comes over to see him.
And he's like, the audacity.
Like, she's like, going over to him for help.
Like my dad,
She's like going there. She's like going there for.
She doesn't even come in with an apology, like, at first.
No, she didn't come in for apology. She goes into, asking for help, and he's not having it.
Yeah, because she owes him a big apology for that shit. She at least should come in and like, dude, I'm so sorry. She fucking ought to, but no, she came in with demands and shit instead of at least, humbling her silly self because she got his ass locked up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some of the bitch behavior, like I said, she kind of exhibits in here.
And he's like,
yeah.
He's like, you are the problem. You need to go the way.
Ouch, but kind of true, a little bit. I mean, it's not all her fault because obviously this thing was running around doing shit.
And this scene, you look like he's clearly hurt right here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the girl he liked, he thinks that she planted the evidence on him and lied about it.
It's she's like, I need help. I need your help to help me prevent this. And he's like,
no, you did enough.
No.
Like, everything you touch turns to shit, basically, is the vibe he's giving. And he's right. She has made a mess of it.
And, he tells her to leave, and, she takes off. Back to Nova Academy. She's getting ready to go back home, I guess. And Enid's helping her pack. And you can tell Wednesday doesn't really want to go.
Yeah, the place is sort of growing on her.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, she doesn't want to leave the case unresolved either.
No, she does not.
Which I don't blame her, because that's some wild shit.
Mm-hmm. But she has one more trick on her sleeve, I'm guessing.
Yep. And I'm really surprised.
Enid doesn't want her to go either. You know.
Yeah.
She looks at the drawing of this apparent doom that's supposedly coming. I guess they've like somewhat made up right here, I guess.
Yeah. She's like offers a hug, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're not a huggy type."
No, yeah, you're a huggy type person. We see Bianca like you know. I guess she like mostly says, "Yeah, we didn't sign up for the torture thing, but we didn't want you to get expelled."
Right, which is cool of her to like come and talk to her and let her know, like, hey, we didn't mean nothing by that. You get in trouble. We just didn't want it to get out of hand either. Which I get that,
Right?
Because most kids, don't sign up for torture. Like that's some wild shit. And then here comes Miss Thornhill with a goodbye plant.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it is.
I got told my cancer roommate was dead almost 15 minutes before seeing the doctors pulling the sheets up. It still hurt, but it helped to lessen the pain with understanding. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Brett.
Hugs.
Hugs.
Meow meow.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she like I forget what she said the plant was. Some kind of flower plant.
Oh, I how about you mute your mic and play that part for yourself? Like unshare it for a second, so you can catch it, because I don't remember either.
It's okay.
Well, okay, can you turn? Well, if you turn the what are the captions? The captions would probably show what it is.
All right, hold on, let me play it for a sec.
Okay.
She said it's some oleander.
Oleander, white oleander.
Yeah.
White oleander is a very poisonous flower.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I just didn't remember what the plant was in this story. There was a movie called White Oleander. That's the first time I had heard of it. And there was a band called Oleander in the late 90s too. But anyway.
Yeah, oleander, one of nature's deadliest. She said, Wednesday did.
Yep.
As a parting gift, said Miss Thornhill said. You see Principal Weems about to take Wednesday to the train station, I guess.
Yep.
And Wednesday has one last request, and she I guess goes to the hospital to visit Eugene, who's awake now on the mend. He looks like crap.
Poor kid. He's looking better than he did.
Right.
Poor little thing.
He gets like stuffed bees and stuff like that. And she's like asking like I guess how he is. Like, what happened and stuff like that.
Well, he's probably asking, like, she already knows.
Like, it's like, and then he reveals the person, like, Wednesday said, like, yeah, but before that, like, Eugene reveals the person that he saw blow up the cave, and Wednesday thinks it was the therapist.
Right, until he
what
he saw on her feet.
But Eugene reveals the person that he saw wasn't wearing white shoes. They were red.
The red boots, specifically.
Mm-hmm. And
flashback time.
Yeah. That's when Wednesday, like, I guess, realizes who that person was. And she went over to Miss Thornhill's place, or
Yep.
like
her classroom, I think.
Yeah, her classroom. Yeah, like Wednesday
How
had
are these teachers and principals in their office at these hours? This is what blows my mind.
At a school night.
And don't they have to get some sleep and wake up for work school tomorrow?
Yeah, Wednesday like realizes that the person with the red shoes is Miss Thornhill, and she confronts Miss Thornhill. Like trying to like she's accusing her, trying to
get her to confess,
trying to some kind of confession out of her. And here comes Tyler,
and of course it's like awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward. She's still accusing Miss Thornhill.
Yeah,
she's the one giving Tyler orders that she's the master of the hide, and she's like trying to blow it off, and she's like, forget this, and reveal her true nature.
And then I think she tries to give Tyler an order here, be all seductive and shit, like go get her.
Yeah,
and then a plot twist.
Yes, and a plot twist.
Dun, dun.
And it's revealed that Tyler was Principal Memes. Miss Principal Memes is a shapeshifter, so she was disguised herself as Tyler.
Which is very clever.
Very clever. Very clever.
And of course, Miss Thornhill is having none of that. She loses her shit.
And she's like, Miss Principal Memes is like telling Thornhill, like, don't make it this harder than it is, Miss Thornhill.
And she's like, oh, hell no.
And she's like, this is when Thornhill stabs the syringe at Principal Neeb's neck.
Yeah, can you
it's
can
poison.
You get that syringe? Can you freeze frame on that syringe?
I try.
Oh, and that is the same liquid that her brother was trying to poison the punch with when he got into a fight with Wednesday.
Oh, yes. Like, I didn't realize.
Shit.
I didn't realize at that moment, but yes, thank you for pointing that out.
Prepare. So apparently, the apple didn't fall far from the rest of the tree. Clearly,
no. And
I can't believe Weems stood there and took it and didn't fucking block that hand coming at her. Like, how are you gonna get taken down by someone who's 5'2"? How? How are you gonna let that happen? You're like you're a 6'7" shapeshifter, and you just got taken down by an angry 5'2" woman. What the fuck?
Yeah, and the poison. Poison.
Poor Weems.
She dies because of the poison.
And the shit show continues.
And there's Miss Thornhill. Then we go to the dorm room. I guess Enid and Snake Hair Boy are having a makeout session.
She's finally getting somewhere.
Oop. Her claws are coming out.
She's a little frisky.
Yeah, she's got a little frisky. Continuing their session. So I guess Eugene calls Enid, like, where's Wednesday? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whether something's wrong.
And they're like, oh shit.
Like, okay, we'll check on Wednesday. And then things comes in like extra confirming there's something wrong with there's something going on with Wednesday. There's something wrong.
And they seem to understand things just fine, which is kind of awesome.
Well, yeah, Enid knows what the thing is saying. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Like, how does she know what he's saying?
Like, usually, I mean, I imagine for some it'd probably take a while to understand the little hand signals and this and that. But between Eugene saying, hey, something's up, and Thing being there, they know that she wouldn't leave town without Thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, Eugene's like, something's wrong. It's like, I need to help. Wednesday, and I guess one of his moms, like, doesn't want him to leave, but he goes anyway. Now, there's a red moon.
Oh boy, in every movie and every show we've ever seen, that means trouble.
Yeah. Wednesday has been captured by Miss Thornhill. She's in chains. She's in some kind of like, oh yeah, she's in Justice Crackstone's crypt.
Which is awkward because it's like, great, the scene of my first date. Fuck.
Right. There's Tyler.
The actual one this time. Yeah, man, this is the guy that you punched to the gut, though. Like, I like him, and now this. Fuck.
Yeah, so finally, Thornhill reveals she is Laura Gates, and she has been manipulated Tyler into killing the victims as part of her scheme to resurrect Joseph Crackstone and wipe all of the outcasts.
Yep.
Like how interesting. How is she gonna resurrect him? I can tell you how. The body parts that we saw.
That's weird because how
and those jars that we saw a couple episodes back when Wednesday, Enid, and Tyler are going through the old Gates residency in the basement.
Yeah, there's like a foot and maybe a hand, a bunch of silly shit. And what I want to know is how is this thing rigged up with electricity? Because under that, like that.
Well, you see, there's
the light underneath the body part right there.
Like, there's the body part in the jar, and there's like some kind of
antenna, I would say.
Electrical antenna, yes.
But what trips me out is that there's a light underneath lighting up the jar. So it's like, where did that electricity come from? How fucking weird. But I'm reading too much into it, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me wonder, like, who would be dumb enough to design a crypt like that to give this guy a chance to come back? Like, why would you give the guy a chance to come back?
Yeah, she's
injured. What about movies like that? It's like, why did you set it up this way? Why not bury him for good? What the shit? She's
injured right here. There's like blood going down her face.
Yeah, I think she got clobbered.
No, that she revealed, like, Laura Gates reveals. Remember when Wednesday was in Pilgrim World looking for goodies?
And they said the real book got stolen a while back.
Yeah, because Laura Gates has the spell book.
Yep.
So she has Goody Adams spell book.
So weird to see her with blonde hair. It's so weird.
Mm-hmm. Xavier's in I guess the sheriff is taking Xavier somewhere. He's like in the cop car. And then the deputy's like, walkie-talkies the sheriff and it's like, all the cop car's tires have been deflated.
Yep.
The sheriff turns back, heads back. Laura Gates is preparing the ritual to revive Joseph Crackstone.
Circuitry. I guess it's like a circuit of some kind, I guess. I was sitting there trying to think of some kind of word for it, but yeah, with everything in place and being able to connect, I guess it's a circuit of sorts.
Right. She brings up Wednesday to the coffin and slashes
blood is going to activate it. Yep.
Slashes her hand to let her blood activate the symbol on the coffin to revive Joseph Crackstone.
Again, I still wonder why anybody would make up a crypt like that and set that up. Like, they killed him for a reason. Fuck.
She drags Wednesday away from the coffin. Laura gets the spell book. And then she chants the spell to revive Joseph Crackstone. Wednesday takes like a little, I guess, some kind of little knife or something out of her boot to undo her shackles in secret.
Might be some kind of key or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm. So the spell is finished under the red moon. I guess. I guess that's one of the conditions to revive Joseph Crackstone. There's electricity going on, lighting up the jars. You see smoke coming out of the coffin. Now, I have to say, the crescendo in the scene is bone chilling. And we see Joseph Crackstone revived.
And he looks nasty for one.
He is
And he is
creepy.
such an asshole. He is like a sexist asshole. Like it's so bad. She's even like, damn.
She's more in awe.
Oh well, yeah, but here in a second, I guess
Yeah,
she talks too much.
she's more in awe that he's successfully revived.
And he's supposed to be some like a Puritan, so he should be against the idea of being risen up like this. Technically,
right. As a pilgrim, you would think so, right?
And so to have that kind of magic set up is just fucking weird. Because he killed people with magic, so why would anybody want to make something magical to bring this jackass back? That just befuddled me. Why didn't the Gorgon boy face off with the hide? No shit, right? That would have been handy.
Or turned him to stone, like,
I mean, apparently it's only temporary, but still.
Right. And she like saying to Joseph Crackstone, "I am your blood," like like I guess fulfill
whatever, yeah.
Fulfill your mission to rep the outcasts once and for all. She kisses him in the hand because he has like some kind of ring on his hand, or some kind of like family crest on that ring. I think.
Right. Still weird as fuck though.
Right, and he's like Joseph Crackstone or the zombified Crackstone. It's like, my vengeance will be swift and true. He said.
Sounds accurate.
And I guess Wednesday frees herself from the shackles, saying like her vengeance will be the same. I guess that's what she implied. I think.
Yeah.
And I guess he uses the staff to, freeze Wednesday, and he says, "Goody Adams, you still haunt me still." And proceeds to stab her.
Ew, he's so gross looking. Ugh.
Proceeds to stab Wednesday. Well, yeah, he's a mummified version.
I know, but you think he might have come back? He might have come back a little more complete. Woof.
Not with zombie-fied body parts of somebody else's body parts.
The body parts are in better condition.
So she's stabbed, and Laura Gates and Joseph Crackstone take off to get rid of the outcasts. So she's dying. Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, so cute. You're like, oh no, it's so cute. It was so cute the way you did that. I loved it. Like, oh no.
Oh no, she's stabbed. Like, well, is Wednesday gonna survive? So we next scene we see Enid and Snake Hair Boy, in the Secret Society
the Gorgon guy.
library. The Gorgon, yeah, and he's like, "Where's like you know where this is? Like, this is like, why you didn't tell me?" Like, kind of thing. She's like, she felt like she's been left out. I can't.
I know, everybody's in, including the hand. Even the hand got in before her. Like,
yeah.
She's like, seriously?
He's like, yeah, seriously. Like, why did I know? I did not know about this.
That poor girl.
Yeah. There's the thing. Okay, so Wednesday is like dying. Like she's hurt really, really bad. And here comes Goody Adams.
It's like, all right,
Um,
girl, here's what's up. You're pretty fucked up, but I can help you. But it's a one-time deal, all right? Because then I'm gonna
yeah,
use all the power I've got to even exist right here to help you.
she's
So I'm just gonna dive on in.
yeah, it's like she said she can help her. She has to use her pendant and said this is the last time we're gonna see each other. She did warn Wednesday of that.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a one-time deal, girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. And I guess becomes a part of Wednesday, I guess. And she's healed.
Da, da, da.
Da, da, da. There's the sheriff. Something's going down. So he heads off to, find out what's going on. Leaves
He's
Xavier
like, what now?
he leaves Xavier in the cop car, and like Xavier's like saying, please don't leave me. Oh, so Enid and the rest of her classmates are trying to figure out how we get the rest of the classmates without alerting the student body and alerting Lord Gates and Joseph Crackstone. And that's when Bianca and her two other silent friends are going to hypnotize and tell the rest of the student body to get out of our academy, which is pretty sound.
Yep.
I guess it's like one of the homeroom teachers, like saying what's going on, and Bianca uses her silent voice to tell him like leave the rest of the classmates out of the Edinburgh Academy.
Yep.
Go in the forest. We see Enid. Now reminder, there is a red blood moon.
Right.
And she's starting to wolf out.
Finally,
yeah. So I guess it has to be a special. I guess she's one of those furries that has to wolf off in some kind of special moon condition to wolf out. Meaning, her furry nature is, special.
I think it just took the extra magic bit to kind of help, give her that boost she needed.
Mm-hmm. There's the thing. She's wolfing out. We see Wednesday confronting Tyler in the woods,
Dun, 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 dun.
being healed and stuff like that. And he's like turning into the hide. Oh dear. And like, about to harm Wednesday. But our friend Enid in werewolf form comes in to save the day.
Thank goodness. Boy, she comes in swinging. Like, not bad for your first time as a werewolf. She's tearing it up.
Hold on. Let me get the scene. There she is.
Yeah, she's ripping him a new one. Literally too. Like,
she's werewolfed out with little pink hair.
Yep. Oh, I didn't even notice her had pink.
No, I didn't notice. She had like little.
That's weird because her hair is actually blonde with like little one side having pink tips.
Well, the bottom length of her hair is dyed pink a little bit.
It looks like the sides top are pink, but maybe they're trying to make the werewolf look girly. I don't know, but either way, she is ripping that boy a new one. I'm telling you what, it's like, dang, that's your first time as a werewolf. You're already ripping it up. That's impressive.
Yeah, she's like battling Tyler.
Tyler's getting the ass whipping he has never had before.
Mm-hmm. Enid the werewolf and Tyler the Hyde are battling out. Here comes Joseph Crackstone and Lord Gates.
And then he's like, bitch, shut the fuck up or I'm going to cut your tongue out of your mouth.
Right. And she's like, never meet your heroes.
Right. And she's all like, damn.
Like, dang.
Like she's being like too encouraging. Even he
Here
got tired
comes,
of her shit.
yeah. Here comes Bianca. There's Joseph Crackstone. Xavier, like, still trapped in the cop car. The sheriff's, like, looking into the woods. Unnoticed, there's, like, Enid and Tyler are having a
Oh
showdown.
yeah. He's probably hearing that. It sounds like really big raccoons fighting in the woods. Probably.
Mm-hmm. Or
Like,
Enid and Tyler are
for him.
fighting.
Yeah.
They're fighting with each other.
He's getting his ass kicked.
And Sheriff, like, I think he shoots the gun. And he says,
It gets the poor little werewolf.
yeah,
Not
and
too bad,
he
a
sees
little bit.
Tyler, and, like, he's like, Tyler? Tyler and Enid are battling out. She gives one final punch to Tyler, and she slowly turns back to her human form. Tyler's back in his human form as well, and his father, sees that he's okay and stuff like that.
And
So
she's like
here's Enid.
she's a little bit injured.
Yeah, she's a little bit injured, turning back to her human form, and the thing,
Comforts.
comforts her. Now back to Nowhere Academy. Wednesday gets the sword, the same sword that her mom used to kill Lord Gates' brother.
Oh boy, it's wild.
Mm-hmm. Here's some no more Academy students trying to escape, and Joseph Crackstone confronts them.
He's like, "Oh, y'all ain't going nowhere."
Yeah, and then
They're
Wednesday
like,
comes in to duel Joseph Crackstone. And here comes Xavier. Somehow it gets. Oh yeah, the thing. When we saw Xavier in the cop car.
I don't know how he got around so quick, but dang.
Yeah, the thing. When we saw Xavier in the cop car a little bit earlier, the thing released him, and then somehow got to where Enid's at really quickly somehow. Like, how did he get there so quick to where Enid is?
I don't know. Maybe he helped him steal the cop car. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. So Xavier is released, and he fires his bow and arrow at Joseph Crackstone. He stops it.
Yeah.
And it and turns the arrow towards Xavier, but Wednesday jumps in and takes the shot.
It was a really good way of saying, "I'm really sorry I got you locked up, hon."
Mm-hmm. And Xavier's wants to help her, and Wednesday's telling Xavier to leave, go help the students. Well, she does. Oof, creepy. Wednesday tears breaks the arrow off her shoulder to duel Joseph Crackstone. So they're dueling. I think he breaks the sword with his staff, and she's subduing Wednesday. And I think he gets stabbed in the back right here. Yeah, by, I think, if it can, yeah, she gets stabbed by Bianca in the back. Then Wednesday goes up front and stabs Joseph Crackstone in the chest and the heart. And he just burst into flames. Yep, there he is, bursting into flames. His crest ring falls off, and victory. Bianca and Wednesday defeated Joseph Crackstone. But here comes Laura Gates with the gun.
This angry bitch again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, girl, your ancestor didn't even like you.
And she's about to kill Wednesday.
Right? She's like, man, fuck this.
All of a sudden, all these bees start to swarm around of Laura Gates. And she's freaking out. And Wednesday's like, what's going on? It's Eugene. I guess he has powers with bees, I guess.
Yeah,
who knew?
Plot twist to everybody, because nobody knew he had any power. Nobody ever asked him, like, hey, what's your skill set, bro? Like, nobody bothered to ask about it.
So I think she takes the gun away from Laura Gates and stuff like that, and fight's over. The rest of the student body's outside the gates of No More Academy. And then we see Enid approaching. But where'd she get that? But where'd she get that coat, though?
Maybe she took off her coat when she started wolfing out, and maybe.
Oh, that is a good point.
Maybe Thing found it and brought it to her.
Right.
We can't have kids running around undressed,
Some beasts don't draw tooth and nail until it's called for. Fair. Eugene to the rescue. Ooh, yep.
Indeed.
Morgan Blake, confronts Enid.
Meets her there. I mean,
and comfort her.
And she finally gets the hug.
Mm-hmm.
Poor little thing. But everybody's gonna have a newfound respect for her because she's whooped that dude's ass.
Yes. Yes. And she's like, where's Wednesday? She's like, where's Wednesday? And when Wednesday approaches with Bianca,
that poor little girl finally gets the hug from Wednesday she's wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And she's finally like, you know what? Why not? Okay.
Yeah, why not? Only this one time. Only this one time.
It's a special occasion. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, special occasion. Back to Nevermore Academy. The disaster has been averted.
And here's Lurch, I believe.
Yep, this Lurch getting Wednesday's things. Went back home, and she's.
I'm like, this sucks. I mean, Principal Williams is dead. Does that mean I'm still suspended from school? Dang it.
Well, she's finishing her novel, and she's types the end with question mark.
Right
at the end. Puts in the box of I guess where the rest of her novel is.
Right.
And it says W.A. Wednesday Addams. Now we go to the principal office. I guess Wednesday is mourning and respecting, or somewhat respecting.
Showing respect to the office, I guess.
Yeah, respecting
saying goodbye.
The absent presence of Principal Williams and saying goodbye. I guess so is Enid as well.
Yeah.
Saying that Principal Williams really did care about the academy, and she'll be missed. Xavier has been here. Before that, here comes Bianca, and saying that Wednesday is all right. I guess. Here comes Xavier. He's released from prison.
Finally, poor guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's looking at her like, I kind of like you, but I'm still kind of mad at you. So I hope.
Yeah, that kind of look. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully you can maybe talk me into being okay with you again, because they just fucked up, poor guy.
Yeah, I guess they sort of made up point here because he gives her a gift No, I don't remember what. Oh yeah, cell phone. He gives her a cell phone
Yes.
to keep touch with each other. I guess.
Yep.
Nice.
And I can't imagine a lot of people would have the number, but who knows?
Mm-hmm. So they part in good terms.
Or
So
did they? No, I'm just kidding.
she's going back home. Yeah, her Lord's just taking her back home to her folks and her brother Pugsley. And she's reflecting what happened at our academy. The semester is closed. The meaning of the semester is closed.
And so
And
she's pondering all the events that have happened.
yeah, so
And,
she gets to
and suddenly she gets pictures.
yeah, suddenly she gets notifications on her phone. Pictures, unknown contact, new message. Like someone, and she's saying picture. Someone sent a picture of her and Xavier,
and that's weird because
saying, "I'm watching you."
And they made sure we saw that there was a picture. Someone took a picture of her receiving the phone from Xavier, so that we know it's not him doing it. That he's not the one that sent the text message. Because how's he going to take pictures of stuff like that?
Where did he get? So where did Xavier get that phone from?
It makes me wonder. I wonder if we back up, we can see what people were passing by when he gave her that phone. I don't know, but that seems suspicious.
Nah. Knew right of the hope Eugene had the B power. The rest of the series was a guess at the outcome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's like a little gif of her getting stabbed through the head.
Yeah, someone made a custom gif that quick. Like, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she hands Thing the phone, and Thing, goes back in the purse. Then we see some kind of armored police vehicle going by, and it's Tyler in there, all chained up and
it's medical equipment to make sure his pulse and blood pressure and everything's normal. And they maybe trying to give him something intravenously to keep him sedated. Although
he's
not having that shit.
Not having that, and it turns into the Hide. God, so and scene. Yeah. End scene. Yes, and it is official that season 2 is on its way, but it won't be here till next year, unfortunately.
Yeah, and they're gonna lose their momentum. They should have been working on it and had it ready to go. Honestly, they should have when they saw how big it got.
So yeah, that's
people are gonna be out of the mood and be like, you gotta strike the irons hot, and they're like, we're gonna make you wait another year. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, I have to wait another year to see what season 2 is. It kind of left on a cliffhanger, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst cliffhanger, but I'm still kind of cranky about it. I've seen worse cliffhangers, and I just
a little disappointed. But I have to say, I enjoyed watching the series from beginning to end. It kept guessing of who the perpetrators were, and stuff like that.
Every time I thought I had it figured out, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, wait a minute.
No, it just keeps turning heads. Almost literally.
I know. I'm still stunned because I'm stuck on the whole Xavier going, I should never saved you in the woods. Wait, what? Wait, why'd you say that? I'm confused because, and so it tricked me, and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Hey, Bone. Hey, kitty.
Oh, purr, Bone. Hugs. Oh, purr. We're glad you're here, meow.
For some reason, Siri activated on my phone, on my computer, for some reason. Sorry. Okay. So I couldn't hear what you were saying. Oops.
I don't remember now. Oh, I was saying Bone was a good cat, and I was like, or something like that.
Yes, Bone's a good kitty. Meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I really like the series. Yeah, it does kind of give Harry Potter vibes to it, but
that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, beginning to end, it kept me guessing who the perpetrators were. It definitely had kept me guessing. throughout
Yep.
the series. And the hype of, you know, the mystery of Joseph Crackstone, and all the way to down to the showdown with her and Joseph Crackstone was good as well.
Indeed.
Um,
And I gotta admit, the fight was over quickly, but that's kind of okay because I hate when movies kind of do this long, drawn out fight. It's like, come on, it gets
mhm,
ridiculous. So I'm really glad they were able to, get that wrapped up in a reasonable amount of time.
mhm. And I
Because
do like the revived scene of Joseph Crackstone. I love the crescendo music piece at that scene. Like, you know, it's bone chilling, but I love the scene music in that scene.
yeah, when
Um,
she first told that to me, she was like, "I love that scene." I was like, "Ew," and she went, "I meant the music," and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "What the fuck is
yes,
wrong with
not the
you?"
scene, the
I was like, "What the
music,
fuck?"
the
I
crescendo
turned into a
music.
weirdo, and I was like, "What the hell is wrong with
No,
you?"
no, 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 no.
I was like, "That's not like you." What the
No, it was the music I
music?
like.
And I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah.
Yeah, meow.
Yeah, meow. But yeah, I overall enjoyed the series. I would definitely watch it again.
Especially the guy.
Um, and I can't wait for the second season to come out, even though it is next year, unfortunately. But, you know, I guess you just have to be patient.
I'm not good with that. I'm just gonna have to forget it exists so I can cope.
Hmm. Yes, the music was great. I definitely agree with you. The, yeah, like the you know the outfits. The outfits were really good
I want
on
the
point
blue
too.
and black striped jacket. I really do. I don't know
The
why, but I do.
outfits, the look of the No More Academy, it looked great. To be honest.
Like I would wear like a pair of jeans, like dark colored jeans, and like that jacket out. Like I would, to see if anybody even recognizes the outfit. Like I would totally do it just to see if anyone notices
Hmm.
and go, "Hey, isn't that the outfit from Wednesday?" Like, yeah.
Hmm. Now I have to say,
A person can cosplay that subtly and not look weird.
mhm, yeah, I have to give this series overall A. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I definitely like feel like this is a series you definitely should check out. Definitely, like, you know, like I enjoyed the beginning to the end. I enjoyed it all, really, and I can't wait for the second season to come out when, you know, whenever that comes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get cranky about that. Sure.
Yeah. So that's it for the Wednesday series. Next week sometime next week, hopefully, I'll be revealing the next series that we're going to review. So stay tuned for that. Also, please check out my gaming channel. I do play games on there. This weekend, hopefully on this Sunday, I'll be playing Gotham Knights with Potato Revan. Uh, Also, check out my gaming Twitter profile for updates when I'm gaming live on my gaming channel. And also check out my Odyssey channel as well. And with that, folks, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
yeah.
staying with us and reviewing the Wednesday series. And I can't wait to do the next one that's coming up soon.
Yeah,
And
man.
with that, you guys enjoy the rest of the night, and we'll see you soon. Later, everyone.
Meow meow.
If this is your first time being here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RaquelSSG2211. Catch you later.